The Truth of Girls.
Hi everyone, it's Sonia here. I'm here today with my son Gunnar. And we're doing a restaurant again. We're having one of those days where we have a lot of running around to do a lot of errands, and I've had a lot of very intense work at my day job this week, so I'm quite exhausted, and so we thought we would come and have a nice lunch in a restaurant. And I think we really like vintage restaurants. We're at Chalet Barbecue on Sherbrooke Street out by Girard. So this is what we do. See this? Order chicken, breads, and it comes with a baked potato and all this other stuff, and it's only $12.20. You see this bar? I think probably one time one side was the smoking section, one was the non-smoking. Remember that in the old days? As if like this little wall here would stop the smoke from coming over. Like the smoke doesn't go up there because there's this little thing right here. See, that's how it used to work.
This place is amazing. Service is great. They even got old photos. Like, pretty good.
So today we have a bunch of stuff to do. We did therapy today, the therapy I told you about, because Gunnar's going to be going to camp pretty soon. He's going to a very special camp this year, and I want to make sure it goes well and that he gets to stay the whole time. So we're doing a lot of therapy to get him ready for camp. It's like social skills therapy. Hey Gunnar, what do you think of the therapy that we're doing? I think you had fun today, huh?
I hate therapy.
You do?
It's the rapey.
Oh, come on. Yeah, but you had fun though today. You were laughing the whole time. Oh, also I wanted to give a few shout outs. Like there's a whole bunch of people that I want to do shout outs, but when I don't have the names in front of me, I tend to forget, but I remember a few. Okay, there's Old Soul Maggie. I almost called you Old School Maggie because my mirror is dirty, but it's Old Soul Maggie. Hi. And there's also Vince Land and Murdy. Oh, Murdy. I can't remember the number. Murdy 1978 or something. Sorry. But Murdy and neurodivergent Wikipedian. Oh, hi everyone. Oh, our food is here already. That was so fast. But here's what we got. Chicken breast, and there's a nice baked potato and some coleslaw. And look at that. This is like one dinner.
Ooh, the legs look nice.
I think it's enough for the both of us.
Oh, nice picture.
And I have some coffee here. Oh, and there's the sauce. Sometimes sometimes you just need a little pick-me-up, you know?
And the picture is all Viking style. It looks really cool. It's made out of plastic, but the thing is, it has like designs and
What
it's
picture?
brown.
What are you talking about?
The picture for the water.
Oh, the water pitcher. Oh,
It
yeah.
looks really cool.
All right, let's eat. There you go, Gunnar. Ooh. There you go. There's your little lunch.
Potato in there.
Oh, no. Here, take the potato on the side. Good?
Live around here. I have to come to Chalet Barbecue. It's amazing.
The chicken is good, but the coleslaw has a little bit of a,
Yeah.
like a chemical taste to it. It's better at Schwartz's. Oh no, bad news. Gunnar won't eat his food.
The chicken tastes like my dog, and the coleslaw tastes like some weird chemicals.
Alright, well,
I
I don't find that the chicken tastes like the dog, but if you say it tastes that way, I'm not going to make you eat it. Can you eat the baked potato at least?
don't want to eat.
Yeah, you have to eat the baked
I'm
potato.
disgusted.
Oh no. What? The last time you were here, you liked it. You liked it last time. I don't know what happened. Something went wrong somewhere along the line. He lost his appetite. Okay, on the road again. Well, that was a bit of a bust, but you did eat half your sandwich.
Eh.
And it was cheap, like, relatively. Oh, speed bump. Normally I would go faster, but the camera's gonna go flying. Actually, I wanted to talk to them about something. Gunnar's talking about dragons, but I had something else that was on my mind, which was about the tariffs, which I brought up in my last video. And that video was meant to be funny. Come on, you guys. Hit him in the maple balls. But,
Hit him in the maple balls.
But in more seriously,
Something.
here's the thing, like, I've been around this, you know, the truth movement and all that for quite a long time, and I think a lot of you guys have too. And do you remember that up until maybe very recently, like in the earlier days, now we would talk about globalists and globalization in a negative light. I mean, it was not too popular. Do you guys remember that? The Bilderberg Group. That's not for me. It's the globalists. They're coming. The Bilderberg Group. What was it called? I'm tired. That Green Eco Summit. Like a whole bunch of things. The globalists. They were supposed to be the enemy, remember? Because what happens with globalization is you get these big corporations that just now operate internationally, and they take over the business from the local. As you know, examples, Walmart and all these things. And it used to be that there would be tariffs, and that was normal. But with free trade, which is a globalist operation, you get rid of tariffs. And just a second, Gunner. And then what people do is they can just ship goods to wherever, and they don't have to pay a kind of duty for exporting it or importing it. No, the car's okay. All right, so when you get rid of tariffs, what happens is, of course, free trade, which is a globalist operation. And I thought that most of you would have the view that I usually have, which is that globalization is not a good thing. I mean, it's good for some people, but it's really not good for others. It's good for the multinationals. It's not good for local business. So when Trump put tariffs on aluminum and steel, if you're going against the globalist agenda, that would be a good thing. Because that, yes, it's protectionistic, and it's going to make it that, you know, the companies in America are going to want to buy their own American steel and aluminum instead of importing from Canada. Of course, you know, for Canada, it sucks. It's like, yes, we have to pay a duty. But for America, that would be good. Except that it turns out that he's not really going after having tariffs. He's trying to get rid of them. And a lot of it has to do with the tariff that Canada has on milk, which is like 270 or 290%. So it basically discourages the importation of American milk into Canada. But there's a reason for this, which is that America is, 10 times the population, has a huge dairy industry. And if we have to compete with American milk imports, probably it would put the Canadian dairy industry out of business. I mean, they would increase their market by about 10% if they include Canada, and at the expense of wiping out Canadian dairy industry. And so I think this is why our government has these tariffs. And actually, I think that that's a good thing. It's a good thing for Canada. It's when they have to pay a duty. If, like, let's say Americans want to sell milk to Canada, they have to pay like a tax. They have to pay a duty on bringing it into Canada. With free trade, they can just sell to Canada and there's no duty. It's like as if they're selling in their own country. The problem with that is that, like I said, it'll put Canadian milk out of business. So those of you who are like, yeah, well, it's not fair what they're doing to the American dairy farmers. Well, is it about being fair? I mean, I think Canada's trying to be fair to its own dairy farmers, and we don't owe the American farmers anything. And you know what? If you don't like it, you want to put tariffs on, go ahead, put tariffs. Because I'm not a globalist, and I'm not really in favor of free trade. It's caused a lot of problems. It's put a lot of people out of business. I thought that a lot of you were more like-minded.
Hey, I'm just along for the ride. I'm not right.
No, I know. I'm just telling. But I thought a lot of you thought the same way. Like, in case you didn't remember, the globalists, we're not on board with the globalist agenda, and here it is. And so if Trump puts more tariffs and Canada puts more tariffs, guess what? That is not what the globalists want. So if you're really anti-globalization, you should be very pro-tariff. And actually, though, Trump, I think, is not pro-tariff. He wants to get rid of all the tariffs. And this was just a way to bring the issue to a head and try to push for less tariffs, which means that Trump is a globalist. And so if you're a truther, and this whole time you've been talking about Bilderberg and all these groups and the globalists and, George Soros and whoever, And now you want Trump to get rid of tariffs, then you've been sold on free trade. You've been sold on a part of the globalist agenda. So how do you, you know, how do you reconcile that with being anti-globalist? It doesn't make any sense. So that's what I wanted to point out to you. I say put the tariffs on, man, put more tariffs. And actually, you know what? While we're bickering about American milk and Canadian milk, the real problem is the large amounts of stuff imported from Asia, from China. All those goods, all that Walmart stuff, that's the stuff that's really taking away jobs. And steel is one thing, but there's more to it than that. And that's free trade for you. If all the mom and pop shops are closed and Main Street looks like a ghost town, that's because of free trade. So instead of bickering about the milk, because we're neighbors after all, we should be able to like sort that issue out. Maybe you should be looking at the bigger picture of free trade in general and the effect that it's having on your economy. And that some people who are benefiting from it are getting very rich, but a lot of people are losing their jobs. You know, I remember seeing a thing about a Barbie doll from China that sells for, what was it, $18 or something? A very small amount of the cost is labor. It was really small. It was less than 10%. Wait, it was like 2%. And then 18% was for shipping. And the other 80% is the CEO's salary, like the salaries of the people way up high. So some people are really benefiting from free trade. And on the other hand, a lot of people are not. So that's what I wanted to bring that up.
Didn't you say 2% was from the labor?
Yeah, it was like 2 plus 18% and plus 80. I mean, that was a figure a few years ago. I don't know if it's still there, but... And he's trying to get more free trade. That's what he's doing. Over milk. It's not even worth it. I don't think Justin Trudeau is going to submit or whatever. I don't think he's going to cave in over it.
Yeah, we shouldn't.
I don't think he will, because he knows it's gonna ruin like the industry, like I said, and he's not gonna get elected again, that's for sure. So he has to do also what Canadians want, you know? He can't just only, I don't know, does he kiss globalist ass? I'm not sure. In this case with the milk, he's not so far, unless something's changed. Because like I'm pretty busy here, so I am not always like super up to breast on everything. Up to breast, up to speed and abreast. Anyway, that was it. So let me know what you think.
What does up to breast mean?
Nothing. I meant to say up to speed and abreast, and I made it up to breast. This is the Olympics building. See, there's the fire, and then if you look way at the top, there's the rings up there.
Where's the fire?
Well, it's a sculpture there that looks like, it's supposed to look like the Olympic torch. Because we had the Olympics here in 1967. So they built a lot of things. Yep.
When they built that thing?
Probably 1967.
It doesn't look 60s.
We're stuck in traffic again. Oh, it's moving. I should turn off the camera. Whoop. Man, there's a lot of traffic. Oh, there's a truck, like right in the middle of... What the heck? What's the truck doing there? What? What? That's me cutting. Trying to merge. Trying to merge here. There's a truck. Gunnar, here, you hold the camera. Oh no, but don't shake it around.
What?
Dashboard cam. A lot of traffic. A lot of traffic, my friend.
Traffic.
The tropics. Oh, look at all the tropics. Russell Peters. He's like the lady. She's like, oh my God, look at all the tropics. And he's like, oh yeah, the tropics, really nice. No, the tropics. That he was in the Philippines or something. It was so funny. Gosh, that guy.
Chocolate.
We liked him. He was funny, eh?
Chocolate. There's chocolate.
Chocolate? Oh, it's an ad on a truck. And the Irish guy, that was funny too, but I won't repeat that one. It was too nasty. Oh, there's an old church right here. Actually, that's where Aaron's father had his funeral. Just a little tidbit there of information that you didn't need. I think it's St. Patrick's or something. Didn't need it, but I gave it to you anyway. Sitting in the traffic. Sitting in the traffic. Sitting in the traffic. Yeah. I'm not quite as good as you do it.
Sitting in the traffic. Sitting in the traffic.
Sitting in the traffic. I'm not good at beatboxing now. You're good at beatboxing. Sitting in the traffic. Sitting in the traffic.
I got the beatboxing.
Sitting in the traffic. I'm sitting in the traffic. Yeah, I'm sitting in the traffic. I'm sitting in the traffic. You know, they do that for a beatboxing sound. Oh, look. Now, here's something interesting. Congress Hall, but this was, it's St. Patrick's Basilica, and this is like the old other part of the church. Yeah, 1915.
Sitting in the traffic. Sitting in the traffic. Sitting in the traffic. Sitting in the traffic. Sitting in the traffic.
Sitting in the traffic. Sitting in the traffic. Sitting in the traffic. Sitting in the traffic.
Sitting in the traffic.
Sitting in the traffic. I'm putting in the traffic. Sitting in the traffic. Sitting in the traffic. Sitting in the traffic.
Stop, and then...
Stopping in the traffic.
Stop!
Ow! Sitting in the traffic.
Stop!
Hey, we're finished. We did so much. Thank God for the car. We went to the library, and then we went to Saint Laurent Street, which is closed off for festival. And I had to do some shopping up there and some things.
Look.
And then we came back down. We got our
Matador.
groceries. Gunnar has,
It's really tasty.
beef jerky.
No,
So we did a lot.
It's bold,
Now we're done.
and then it's tender.
Bold and tender.
Yeah, bold, and then
And
tender.
delicious.
Love poems.
Okay. So that's it. We're done. I just think we got so much done today, and like this could have never been possible without the car. It's really amazing how much we get done. Wow. We had a good day. Eh?
Wait, how did peace get ripped apart?
It breaks apart. You want to say goodbye? Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.